So we have got this equation V is equal to epsilon 1 R2 plus epsilon 2 R1 upon R1 plus R2 minus I R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2. Now what we can do, we can replace this system of parallel batteries or parallel cells with a new cell which is a single cell. So in that case, what would be the equation? For a single cell, V is equal to epsilon minus IR. This is the equation for a single cell. Let E, this epsilon replaced by epsilon equivalent, R replaced by R equivalent, and current I will remain the same. In that case, this would be the equation. So for a single cell, so this EMF is epsilon equivalent and resistance R is R equivalent. Now let us compare these equations. If we compare these equations, what do we get? V is V, this E equivalent or epsilon equivalent is this much, and I is I, R equivalent is this much. So after comparing this, we get R equivalent and epsilon equivalent. So these are the values. So the epsilon equivalent is epsilon 1 R2 plus epsilon 2 R1 again divided by R1 plus R2. That means resistances of the internal resistances of the cells, and R equivalent is R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2. So this we get after comparing the equation with the standard equation for a single cell. Now what we can do? So again, if we write this like this, R equivalent is 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. If you change it, if you solve it, again you will get this same. So what do you get? R1 R2 R1 plus R2, and when you reverse it, so R equivalent is same. So this is the new way of writing the same thing. Here we write this like this. So this is R equivalent, and you can also see this is the same equation as we get for combination of parallel resistances. This is correct, similar to combination of parallel resistances. Okay, now how this thing would change? This epsilon equivalent, so again, so this is same as the we get in case of parallel resistance. Now this, what is this epsilon equivalent? So again, changing this to something meaningful is quite difficult. So what they did, they divided this epsilon equivalent by this R equivalent. So let us do the division. So if we divide this by this, so what is epsilon equivalent? Epsilon 1 R2 plus epsilon 2 R1. So this is epsilon equivalent upon R1 plus R2. So this is epsilon equivalent. If we divide it by this, so what would we get? We get this R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Okay, so what do we get? We get this is cancelled by this. So what we get? This epsilon 1 R2 plus epsilon 2 R1 both divided by R1 R2. Okay, so this is we get. So these are cancelled out and this goes here. So now let us solve further. So there can be two parts, epsilon 1 R2 divided by R1 R2, and second part is epsilon 2 R1 divided by R1 R2. So this R1 and R1 cancel, here R2 and R2 is cancelled. So what we get? Epsilon equivalent upon R equivalent is simply epsilon 1 upon R1, epsilon 2 upon R2. Here it is this. So now the equations are quite simplified. What are these quite simplified equations? In the case of parallel system where cells are added in parallel, the equivalent internal resistance is similar as we add the parallel resistances, that means R 1 upon R equivalent is 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. Similarly, we can add many more. Now for EMF, so for EMF the formula was quite complex, so we made a simple formula that epsilon equivalent upon R equivalent is simply epsilon 1 upon R1 plus epsilon 2 upon R2. Now what we get in the case of series addition of cells, we got for series RS R1 plus R2, same as we get in case of series resistances, and epsilon S, that means series EMF, was simply epsilon 1 plus epsilon 2. So, and we can add other terms. Similarly, here we can add other terms as well. So formula for series were simple, but if we see formula for parallel, it is little bit complicated for the EMF. Now one more thing, previously we saw that the resistance, whether you measure from A to B, this side or this side, it will not change. But there is a change. Let us say this is a battery. So if we place this battery in reverse direction, let us say this is the direction of the battery or this is the direction, there can be two directions, it is same, a resistance remains same, but a battery does not. Battery is different in both the direction. One side is positive and other side is negative. So in that case, so this will remain same, but if we turn any battery in different direction or a battery is placed reversed, then what would happen? This positive sign will simply replaced by a negative sign. Any battery, the battery that is reversed, the sign will become negative. Same here for resistances, there is no negative positive, resistances are always positive. So this formula would not change if any battery is reversed, but this formula will change. So let us see what would happen in this formula. So here also you can see that resistances will not be negative, this will remain positive. Only thing, the battery's EMF or the cell's EMF would be negative. So this positive will become negative. So that is only change. In case of any battery is reversed, epsilon 2 becomes minus epsilon 2. Okay, so this is only change. The battery that is reversed, that will be with the minus side. Now similarly, these equations can be extended equally for n cells, large number of cells. R equivalent is R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3 up to 1 upon Rn. So this is for parallel. What was the series? Series simply R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2 up to Rn. Okay, this is the difference, and the formulae are same as for parallel resistance and as for series resistance. This thing is quite different. For parallel, EMF is not directly related. This is EMF or epsilon equivalent upon R equivalent is equal to epsilon upon R1 plus epsilon 2 upon R2 and so on, epsilon n upon Rn. While in series, this was a simple case, epsilon 1 plus epsilon 2 and so on up to epsilon n. So this was a simple case. So here we have seen how can we add batteries in parallel or in series. Now our next topic is Kirchhoff's rule. Kirchhoff's rule. Till now we have seen that in simple circuits we can take parallel resistances like this, or we can add some series resistance, and we can change these circuits into some equivalent circuits, equivalent resistances, and can solve the circuit, measure current in each and every element, or we can measure some current in the whole circuit. We can measure the potential difference across this resistance. But sometimes circuit is so complex, that we cannot use these simple methods. These parallel or series methods are no longer valid in that circuit. So what do we do in that case? We use Kirchhoff's rules.